Cheese kitchen. Today we're going to be making a classic cheesecake rather than a baked cheesecake. This is a set cheesecake. My mother used to make this many years ago and it's got a really lemony, zesty flavour to it. So let's have a look at the ingredients now. So here are the ingredients. We need 400 grams of cottage cheese, that's crumbly cottage cheese. Okay, we need about a teaspoon of gelatine to set the cheesecake, 2 fresh lemons and the zests. We're going to need 400 millilitres of condensed milk, 125 grams of butter. And look guys, you've got to use digestive biscuits for the base of this. One of the most important things and the best flavours of this cheesecake is the digestive biscuit base. So we'll need about 250-300 grams of digestive biscuits. And you're going to need a tin, a baking tin, a cake tin with a sprung-loaded side that undoes and releases the bottom so it's easy to get the cheesecake out once it's set. Okay, to break your biscuits down guys, just pop them, it isn't really that difficult to make broken biscuits, but I've popped them here into a mixing jug and I'm just using the bottom of a rolling pin. You can actually just pop your hands in there and crush them up as well, but you want to get them down to a reasonably fine crumb before we use them for the mix. So I'm over here at the gas stove. I just light the gas and we just need to melt our butter down. Pop that into the saucepan and we're going to melt that down and then we're going to add the biscuits. This is the base for our cheesecake. So there we have it. The butter is melted now in the bottom of our pan, and I'm taking our 250 grams of digestive biscuits and just mixing them in with the butter. And we just want to take these crust biscuits and mix them fully through with the butter. Now some people make a pastry base for the cheesecakes. It never tastes as good as a biscuit base, so I really highly recommend that you try this one guys. So here we are guys, we've got our butter and biscuits mixed together and I'm just going to pour these into the base of my cake tin. We'll put the whole amount in there. Smells absolutely delicious. So now with a spoon I'm just going to push the mixture. You can use your fingers and hands as well. And I just want to, I'm going to use my hand. I'm just going to compress the mixture down into the base of the pan. So I'm just using my fingers now. I'm pulling the breadcrumbs to the side. You don't have to do this guys, you can actually just make a flat bottom cheesecake, but I've always liked a bit of an edge crust to my cheesecake, so I'm pulling back with my fingers now just to make a pie edge. So I'll just show you inside that pie case now guys. You can see it's pretty rough. I'm looking for a fairly rustic finish anyway, but I've just turned the edges up of the biscuit mix and I'm not keeping it straight even on the edge there, but it's just to give a nicer finish. So that's just to show you what it will look like guys before we put the cheesecake mixture in. So there you are guys, once you've got your cake tin lined, we're just going to pop that in the fridge now for about half an hour to set hard. So now we're going to get on and make the filling for our cheesecake. Now guys, get your lemons, your fresh lemons, and I don't know if you've had one of these tools or if you haven't, go and invest in one. They're really good. This is a lemon zester. It's a little tool for taking the rind off of the lemon, and you really need this to make the cheesecake zingy and tasty. And we just drag this across the lemon zest like this, and just you can see it's peeling off those lovely rinds here, which is going to give a really tasty taste to our cheesecake. And there we go guys, that's the last of the zest going into the bowl. Now do remember to wash your lemons before you zest them. They do put waxes and things on, so give them a good wash over before you take the zest off, but believe you me, it's really an important part of the flavour. So the next step, guys, is to get the juice out of these babies. So we're going to cut these lemons in half. Now, everybody has different methods for getting the juice out of a lemon, different tools and different things. This here is the lemon juice that I prefer, and it's so simple and easy to clean afterwards. And you're just going to squeeze that into the lemon, and we're probably going to get about 100 mils of lemon juice at least. Look at the juice coming out of those, absolutely delicious. So 1, 2, it's very quick and easy to do. I'm going to do the other lemon off camera. See, that is so quick and easy. There you go, guys. Whole load of lemon juice. So now we're going to take 2 teaspoons of gelatine. I'm going to pop those into a glass. This is the same stuff you make kids jelly, jello. And I'm just going to, from a kettle, add some warm water. Probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons of hot water. And I'm just mix that gelatine up now. This is the setting agent for our filling, because what we're using to make the cheesecake filling will not set without gelatine in it. So there you go, we've just now got a cupful of warm jelly. So there you go, guys, I've put the condensed milk, that's one 200 milliliter and a second 200 milliliter, that's 400 mils of condensed milk into the bowl. I'll just scrape that out now. Now I'm going to be using a fork to mix this, guys, because one of the secrets I think to making a really nice traditional cheesecake is the cheese that you use. A lot of people use cream cheese and they beat it up, but I want to keep this the way I remember it being made when I was a child, and I'm going to be using the cottage cheese. But first of all, we're going to pop our lemon zest into there, and we're going to take the lemon juice we squeezed earlier. I just pour that through my fingers just to keep the pips out of the juice. Now we probably don't need all of that. I'll keep some of it back. But this is what gives it that tangy taste, absolutely gorgeous. We'll just mix that through now. So you don't need a mixer to do this, guys, just do this by hand, use a fork. And now the all-important ingredient, this is the cottage cheese. Now traditional cottage cheese is quite crumbly, it's lumpy, it's got texture in it, and if you put that into a blender you can beat that out. So I don't want to do that. I want to keep this the texture of the cottage cheese, so I'm just going to pop that into our mixture now. And this is one of the things that's going to make this different to some of the blended cheesecakes you see. It just gives it extra texture and taste. And don't forget, guys, when you're using cottage cheese, it's very low in fat, virtually fat-free. Now, you see that? You see the grain in there now? That's what makes this cheesecake really special. You've got the texture and the grain, and nothing does this better than cottage cheese, guys. Now I'm just going to take our dissolved gelatine. I'm going to pour that into the mixture now. There's a little bit left in there, and we're just going to mix that through. Now once this is done, say don't use a blender, you want to do this fairly gently. Once this is done and it's thoroughly mixed, we're going to pour this into our cake tin, and we're going to leave it for a good 3 hours to set in a refrigerated condition. So there you have it, guys. We've mixed that through. We've got the zest in there. We've got the lemon juice. It's all tangy and tasty. It's still got texture. Okay, and that's the important thing about this old traditional cheesecake recipe. We're leaving the texture of the traditional cottage cheese in there, and then we're going to we'll pop that into our cake tin in a moment and leave it to set. So there you have it, guys. There's the cake tin. That's been in the refrigeration for at least half an hour, and that's set nicely. Now I'm going to take our cheesecake mixture, and I'm just going to pour that, and get that into camera. I'm just going to pour that now into the cheesecake, into the biscuit mix. I mean, doesn't that look really rustic and beautiful? You'll never taste a nicer cheesecake, guys. It's very simple to make. People often over sweeten it and they use cream cheese, which to my mind spoils the cheesecake. So there you have it. If you want, you could decorate the top of that with a little lemon zest or some sliced lemons, but that's now going into the refrigerator, and that'll be there for 3 hours or until the cheesecake is set. So there you have it. There's the lemon cheesecake out of the fridge, and it's all set now. We're going to remove the spring side under the spring and just gently ease that off. Try not to break the cheesecake. And you can see there, hope you can see, the edge of the cheesecake and the biscuit base around, raising around the side. Now, it's quite rustic, as I say, that's the way I like it. Now I'm just going to decorate this, the top of this, with some glazed sliced lemons, candied lemons. Now you can use anything. You could use a passion fruit syrup, but in this instance I want to use glazed lemons. If you want to see the recipe and how to make these glazed lemons, take a look at the video, or this video here, or look at the link below, and I'll leave it there. And there we have it, guys. There's a traditional lemon cheesecake all prepared. I'm going to cut a slice of that now and we'll see what it looks like through the middle. Well, there you go, guys. That's a traditional lemon cheesecake. I'll just have a little try right now. Cut through that biscuit base. And let's try it. Absolutely delicious. Tangy, zesty, still got texture, the sweetness of the biscuit. It's absolutely gorgeous, guys. Give it a try. Comment down below if you do, or even do a video and show what you've been doing. If you want to see how to make these lemon peel, the little candied lemons, take a look at the video link down below. Okay guys, that's it from me. Thanks very much. See you next time.